nsfRewind video tutorial series. I'm Corey Davis, and I'm going to show you how to monitor and backup your most important documents using the Profile Assistant wizard. Let's get started. We'll begin in the Profiles view. We will click the New Profile button, and then click the Profile Assistant button. The Profile Wizard allows you to monitor documents in the Domino directory, select documents in a different database, select a view in a different database, or select all documents in a different database. If you previously used nsfRewind Server Document Edition, you may wonder how to monitor your server documents in the Enterprise Edition, so that is where we will start. Afterwards, we will come back and create a second profile to monitor documents in a different database. To get started with monitoring our server documents, we are going to select that I would like to monitor documents in the Domino directory and press Continue. We now need to select a server on which we would like to run the nsfRewind monitoring process. I'm going to use dev/Connexus. The Profile Wizard was specifically built with Domino administrators in mind. Therefore, predefined parameters are already created for common Domino directory documents. You can choose from server documents, configuration documents, program documents, connection documents, person documents, group documents, or all documents. I want to monitor my server documents, so I'm going to select server documents and press Continue. I can now select to monitor all of the server documents in the Domino directory, or select specific server documents to monitor. This is useful if you find yourself in a Domino domain where specific servers are the responsibilities of different administration groups. For example, in a multinational corporation, you may have an Americas administration team and a European administration team. Since the European administrators will most likely not need to know when a modification has occurred to an America server, you can set up the profile document to monitor the America servers and alert the American admins when a change occurs. You can then also set up a second profile to monitor the European servers, which will alert the European administrators when a change to their server documents has occurred. For this tutorial, I am going to monitor all server documents. I am now asked if I would like to use field translations. Field translations are not just used to translate fields into other languages, but can be used to translate confusing field names into a more user-friendly name. I am going to use field translations. I am now being asked whether or not I would like to monitor the system fields in the documents. System fields are fields whose name begins with a $sign. Depending on the form type, monitoring and backing up system fields may not be necessary. You should check with your developers to find out the best course of action for each database. In this case, I am not going to monitor system fields. I now have the option to exclude specific fields from being monitored. This has two uses. The first is to exclude fields that are not important. The second is for cases where specific fields may impact a specific set of users but not another. Here's an example. Let's say we have a specific individual on the administration team whose responsibility is to monitor mail routing. This person may want to know when any field in a server or configuration document changes that may impact mail routing. Rather than creating one configuration document to monitor the server documents, you could create two configuration documents, one that monitors mail routing specific fields and the other that monitors all other fields. The mail routing specific configuration can then alert that one specific individual when mail routing fields change, while the other configuration can alert the rest of the administration team when the other fields are modified. In this case, I am going to monitor all fields. I can now configure my email alerting. I would like email alerts to be sent to me when any field is modified. Now I can add as many names or groups to this list as I want. In this case, I'm just going to add myself. Finally, I need to give the profile a name. I'm going to call it Server Documents. Once I click Finish, the profile wizard will begin to build the profile document based on the parameters that I fed it. We can now review the document to ensure that it is accurate. We can see that we're monitoring all documents in a view, in this case, in the Domino directory, the servers view. And we can see that our field translations are enabled, and that alerts will be sent to me. We now click Save and Close. nsfRewind is letting me know that I do not have real-time document scanning enabled. Please note that in order for real-time document scanning to work, you must have modified your target database as outlined in the documentation. There is also a video tutorial explaining the process. I am going to enable real-time scanning. Now that you know how to monitor server documents, let's see how we monitor documents from a database other than the Domino directory. Once again, we will create a new profile and launch the profile wizard. As I mentioned earlier, we have the ability to monitor specific documents in a different database, monitor a view in a different database, or monitor all documents in a different database. In this case, we want to have access to field level backups and the entire life cycle of documents in our license tracking database. Specifically, we want to watch the customer documents. With that in mind, we are going to monitor documents in a view. First thing we must do is choose the database that we are going to have nsfRewind watch for us. We simply click the Choose a Database link. This database is on our server. Here it is. Click Open, and there we go. We now need to select the view that will be monitored. We do this by clicking the Choose a View link. We're now presented with a list of all the views in the license tracking database. We're going to select the customer's view and click OK. We now select the view's main column. Don't worry too much about this. It is only used for logging purposes. Because this is a custom-built application, I do not have field translation documents ready, though I could create them from within nsfRewind if I wanted to. For now, I will turn field translations off. I do not need to monitor system fields in this database, but I will monitor all other fields. Because I am more concerned with tracking the life cycle and gaining access to field level data backups and restores, I am not going to have nsfRewind send me alerts whenever these documents are modified. I'm going to call this profile License Tracking. Now that I'm done, once again, I can review the document. Once I am happy, save and close. And that's all there is to it. Using nsfRewind's Profile Wizard to help you monitor any document in any database is a simple task that only takes minutes to set up. If you are not a fan of wizard-based configuration, then please watch our tutorial on how to manually configure the profile document. Thank you for watching.